Alright, so today we're going to be looking at all the news and updates that are going to help you content creators out there. First off, we've got a new change that YouTube's releasing that's going to stop YouTubers losing money on their videos. It's a common problem with YouTubers that they upload a video, release it to the public, and after they've released it and it's launched, they realize that that video has been punished, penalized, and they're not going to make any money off it. But YouTube's working on a new change to the website that's coming out very soon that's going to stop this happening and stop YouTubers losing out on potentially millions of dollars. This update is going to show you during the upload process whether the video is eligible for monetization or whether it has penalties against it and it won't earn any money. It's going to be a new step called pre-published checks, and it's going to check for problems with copyright infringement. So if you've got music in your video that breaks a copyright claim, it's going to flag that up before the video goes live. If you have broken any of YouTube's advertiser policies, such as inappropriate language, nudity or sexual content, harassment policy breaks, it's going to flag that up before you put the video live so that you can decide whether you want to take that video back down, change it and re-upload it before putting it to the public, or whether you want to put it to the public anyway and just accept that you're not going to make any money. I really think this change is great for YouTube and it's going to be great for creators. I've made a video in the past about how policy changes that YouTube have rolled out previously have completely slashed the amount of earnings that creators have made and made them lose out on millions of pounds of revenue. But with these new checks where creators can actually check their video is all good, passes all rules and policies before releasing it to the public, they're not missing out on any potential revenue. They get told exactly what's wrong with their video before it gets to that stage, and they can take the necessary steps and make changes before publishing it to the public. YouTube's actually taken a further step as well to let creators know of any policy changes that may affect them. They've made a subscribable email feed. If you go to the website, you can see on screen now, I'll link to that in the description to this video. You can actually put your email address in and YouTube will email you when there's any policy changes that's going to affect monetization, so that you can keep up to date with the latest changes and make sure that any videos, any ideas you've got are going to be in YouTube's monetization limits, and you're going to be all good moving forwards. Okay, next up, great news for live streamers or people planning on getting into live stream. NVIDIA is releasing a new bundle of software, which I believe is going to be free, that's going to allow anyone to turn their basic home live streaming setup into something that resembles a more professional studio quality stream. NVIDIA has been showcasing some of the great features its new app, the NVIDIA Broadcast app, is going to include, which uses AI to take its users' streams to the next level. It does things like allowing the streamer to remove the background from their shot without needing a green screen. It uses AI to separate the person from the background, keep the person and remove the background so that you can overlay just themselves over the game they're playing. Next up, it uses AI to track the streamer's face so that the streamer's face is always in shot no matter how they're moving around the scene. They're never going to be out of frame, so if they need to lean to the right or to the left to pick something up, the AI will follow that person's face and keep them always in the stream when they're streaming. And finally, the thing that I find most impressive, this is building on NVIDIA's previous voice technology. It uses AI to separate the streamer's voice from any background noise happening around them. And what this basically allows the streamer to do using the Broadcast app is they can completely mute any background noise. So NVIDIA showcased the example of the streamer's girlfriend was using a hairdryer in the background of his stream, and he literally just flicked a switch using the Broadcast app and the hairdryer was completely muted. You couldn't hear it at all, but the streamer's voice was coming through perfectly. This seems to be the most impressive of the 3 features included in the Broadcast app. It seems too good to be true, like some sort of magic science, but by all accounts, this seems to be a genuine, amazing technology coming later in September. The NVIDIA Broadcast app is going to be able to be used by anyone that has an NVIDIA RTX graphics card in their machine. I believe NVIDIA is the most popular graphics cards out there, so I imagine a lot of people are going to have NVIDIA cards in their machines. So make sure to check you've got an RTX graphics card in your machine, but if you do, make sure to download the NVIDIA Broadcast app when it's available for download later in September, and I believe that's going to be free. I mean, this year alone has seen an 89% increase in streamers on Twitch. So many people are jumping on the hype and the opportunity that streaming provides. I'm doing a live streaming video next week which talks about how lucrative live streaming is right now. So I think this is a really great thing that NVIDIA is releasing and a really huge opportunity for any people who maybe can't afford a ton of equipment like a green screen or a recording studio to get their stream to that next level without the huge equipment cost that normally comes with it. Okay, next up, the TikTok deadline that Trump put in place is fast approaching this week. It's either the 15th or the 20th, depending on what news source you'll follow. And that deadline is the deadline to the ban that Trump's put in place for TikTok. If TikTok don't sell the American arm of its business to an American company, Trump is going to ban TikTok in the US, so no American users are going to be able to use the app moving forwards. Obviously, this is going to affect a ton of influencers, especially American influencers who want to grow their American audience. If that American audience is cut out of your following and no one in America can access TikTok, companies that pay TikTokers for product placements in their videos are going to be less enthusiastic to do this because they're not going to be able to advertise to that American audience. So the update here is there's been reports that the Chinese government has said it would rather TikTok shut down than sell to an American company. Reuters news company got this information from at least 3 Chinese government officials I've read. So this is a genuine update, a genuine sentiment coming out of China that they don't want TikTok to be sold to an American company. And like I said, this can affect a ton of influencers that are making money on the platform at the moment. If that advertiser revenue stops coming in, they're going to be out of a job. I heard of a new alternative that's popped up to TikTok this week called Triller, Triller, which is kind of setting itself up in place for if TikTok does shut down, it's trying to be the replacement for TikTok. And I believe it's put money into getting big names onto that platform already. So if you are a TikToker and you're scared of TikTok being shut down, look at Triller. Also, obviously, Instagram has introduced Instagram Reels into the app to try and mimic the TikTok interface. So maybe Instagram is going to get some of TikTok's users if TikTok does shut down. But yeah, we're not going to know until the end of this week. But reports are coming from China that they don't want it to sell to America. And we know how influential that Chinese government can be in decisions, so it might block the sale altogether. Let me know what you thought of this episode. I think this is the first news video I've ever done on this channel. I think it's pretty interesting to do to help people who are interested in succeeding by using online video and creating content online, because it's really important to keep up to date with what's happening in the world. Keep your ears to the ground, policy changes or new apps that are going to be coming out. So I think this is going to be useful. If you found it useful, let me know in the comments below. Really like to hear your feedback as always on this channel. And if you're not subscribed and you're finding this channel for the first time, subscribe to start starting up videos every Monday, potentially more news videos like this if this one does well, but usually just any videos to help you sort of succeed and crush it with content and online video online. So thanks for watching. I've been Greg, you've been great. Peace out.